And we're live. Hey, peace and black power, everybody. Want to welcome you to another NCRBGZ Productions. And tonight, we wanted to talk about the Economic Empowerment Roundtable discussion. And with that being said, I want to thank you for taking your time out your busy schedule to watch the live feed or either to watch the playback. Remember, give me a thumbs up, give it a like, and let me know what you think about the content. Let me know what you think and things that we can do to actually improve what we have going on. With that being said, our panel members haven't got in yet, but we're going to get started because economic empowerment and financial literacy in the Black community is something that we must make it our mission to get economically independent of the government and also to become financially literate so we can go about getting our own reparations instead of asking the government for reparations as African Americans. If they give it to us, we're gonna take it. But in the meantime, we can be building our own form of reparations by getting financially literate. So what I'm doing, I'm sharing this to a couple people, and we're gonna jump right into it. So how the family doing today? If you're in the chat, give a thumbs up, say hi, do whatever, But with that being said, what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen because I've joined a company called My Econ. And My Econ is a company that allows you to income shift. That's where you get to shift your income from one place into something else. So what I wanted to do is give a kind of a brief layout of My Econ and let y'all see some of the stuff that My Econ offers and how we can take this information and better our lives immediately by correcting your W-4 tax form. You can see an increase to up to $200 per pay period. This is immediately. This is no hocus pocus. This is no against the law. This is all by the books, and we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can do this legally and change you and your family's situation just like that, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share my screen real fast, and we're gonna jump right into it. All right, so let me bag up. All right, so let me share my screen. And I'm gonna play this quick 5-minute video, and then we'll go a little bit further, right?
Hello, and thanks for receiving this life-changing information. I am going to share some information about one of the most unique companies in America today. The company is My Econ, a 15-year-old debt-free, technology-driven company that has empowered associates to generate over $500 million. My Econ has a powerful business income system and a financial strategy which empowers people to minimize their taxes, eliminate their debt, build great credit, and grow investment income. The strategy is income shifting. You might be thinking, how can income shifting help me attain financial success? Think about what an additional $1,000 or more in monthly cash flow could do for your budget. You could pay off debt quickly, build investments faster, or even enhance your lifestyle. My Econ has two powerful methods for people to acquire cash flow. The first method is using strategies in our membership. The membership has 5 cash flow strategies which enables our associates to shift dollars back into their household. The second is by earning business income, referring the membership to other people. Let's discuss how to increase your cash flow using the membership. The first strategy is correct tax withholding. The IRS says over 100 million employees have too much money withheld from their paycheck for taxes. When too much money is withheld for taxes, employees lose money because they could have used that money for investing, debt elimination, or lifestyle. Every day, we have hundreds of people correct their W-4 and increase their take-home pay. The second strategy is minimize taxes. As a MyEcon associate, you are also a business owner. Business owners have access to many more tax deductions than employees. Those deductions can save business owners thousands of dollars. We provide each associate with our Cash Flow Manager app, which tracks income, expenses, receipts, and business models. We also provide training from the IRS website on potential deductions and how to document them. Our third strategy is debt elimination. We provide each associate with debt elimination software, debt elimination training, and extra cash flow to eliminate debt fast. The fourth strategy is build great credit. MyEcon's My Credit system provides each associate educational videos and support tools to build a great credit score. Associates learn how to dispute negative credit history and how to maximize credit utilization, credit mix, credit history, and new credit. Our fifth strategy, investment education, leads to investment income, which provides financial freedom. We provide training on investment terminology and investment strategies. One of our most important strategies is own a piece of America. As consumers, we spend millions of dollars during our lifetime with big American companies. Shifting some of those dollars into buying stock in those companies instead of consumer goods only simply makes sense. Our associates increase their cash flow using the strategies in the membership and earn business income referring the membership to other people. MyEcon has a world-class affiliate compensation system. We make money enrolling new members and asking those members to refer the membership to other people. You earn $25 on personal enrollees, up to $7 on team enrollees, plus up to $8 monthly residual income on each active membership. Top associates earn thousands of dollars in weekly upfront commissions and monthly residual income. When you sign up, you receive a personalized website, our world-class business system, and our income shifting membership. Because of our special promotion, you can get started for a one-time fee of just $29.95, and then a small monthly fee of just $34.95 beginning 30 days after enrollment. Remember, the fees are tax deductible, and as an actively engaged business owner, you can get thousands of dollars in tax deductions. Get started today and start making and saving money immediately.
All right, I see we have 2 people to join. So what I want to do before I actually talk about the video that we just saw, I want to get y'all to unmute y'all mic and just say y'all name and give a quick introduction to the family. Then I'm gonna go into what you just saw as far as the video. I know one person I think Kevin may have some questions, but Shay, if you would like to unmute your mic, introduce yourself to the family, and we can go from there.
All right. Going on.
Everybody,
Can you hear me?
Shay.
Yeah.
Shay, or I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Shay. No, you can go ahead. Kevin, I'm gonna come to you after Shay.
Okay.
No problem.
It's me, Shay. I tuned in last night for the first time. Found it very interesting. So here I am tuning in again tonight, and just looking forward to see or hear about any financial advice that I may be able to use.
Okay. Okay, Kevin, you can go ahead, brother.
All right. This is Kevin. Same thing like Shay. I'm just tapping in today, my first time today. Um, with this pandemic going on and with this cash flow going around like that, if you don't take advantage of this situation, you'd be crazy. So I'm just knowledge I can.
Okay, yeah, and I appreciate both y'all, for taking y'all busy time out the schedule to be here. So what I want to do, that video that I just played it was dealing with a company called My Econ, and basically My Econ have a 5-step program to help you build generational wealth, right? So the first thing that they teach you to do is correctly fill out your W-4 taxes, your tax holder. Over 80% of all Americans have their tax withholding forms filled out incorrectly. So once you fill them out correctly, you can do something which we call income shift, where you can shift that money that you're paying to your federal taxes. You can shift that money. So now you're starting to bring that money home every
Yeah, I'm
time
here.
that you get paid, right? Did you have something you want to say, brother?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No. I'm just taking my Bluetooth off
Okay, no
so I
problem.
can hear a little better.
All right. So the first step is to correctly fill out your W-4 taxes, right? And then the second step is to minimize your taxes. So when you join My Econ, you automatically become a home-based business. So once you have a home-based business, now you fall under a different tax bracket. So certain bills that you pay at your house are now tax write-offs. Right. So let's say like your if you got internet, right? Well, your internet is a tax write-off because you use that as part of your business with My Econ. That's part of your business is using your internet. So that's the tax write-off. Let's say your car payment, because you use your car to conduct business. That's a tax write-off, right? Now you got your car insurance is a tax write-off. Certain light bills are tax write-off. Even when it comes to your rent, it's tax write-off. Some of your meals that you eat now are tax deductible. They're all tax write-off because these can become business meals or prospective clients, and you're having dinner with these prospective clients. So now these meals that you're eating are now business meals. They also are tax write-offs. They are tax deductions, right? So the second thing is minimize your taxes, right? So the first thing we're going to do is correctly teach you how to fill out your W-4. Automatically, you can look at your pay stub and see how much federal taxes you have coming out every time you get paid. And you can look at that. You can just pull your check stub and see how much federal taxes come out every time you get paid. With correctly filling out your W-4, you can, instead of having them taxes coming out, now you can be bringing that money home. So that's instant. As soon as you fill that out, that's instant gratitude, where that money now is going to start back coming into your pocket automatically. That's instantly. So then once you minimize your taxes, that's another benefit. I see we have the brother here. I want to give him an opportunity to introduce himself. Can you hear me, Elder?
Hello. Yes, this is Richard coming out of Arkansas. I'm a little bit late, got a lot going on, but please continue, sir.
Okay, no problem. All right. So the second thing, once you minimize your taxes, the next thing it take you to is debt elimination, right? So we're gonna teach you how to eliminate the debt that you're currently, the debt that you have already occurred. We're gonna teach you how to minimize that debt. One of the ways of minimizing that debt is building great credit. So we teach you at my econ, we teach you how to fix your credit. Instead of paying somebody to fix your credit, my econ teaches you how to challenge how to get your 3 credit scores and challenge everything up there and get your credit clean. My econ teaches you this. They give you all the information that you need to do this. It's just a matter of you plugging in your information and doing what they tell you to do, right? Then the fifth step with my econ is investment education. So once we teach you how to correctly fill out your W-4, so you can automatically start income shifting that money into your house, then we're going to teach you how to minimize your taxes, because we have to take advantage of the tax codes. You know, a lot of us, we pay taxes. You know, we're being taxed for the food. We're being taxed for when we get paid, we're being taxed. We're being taxed for gas. Everything that we pay, we're being taxed for. And then they're taxing us upon our earned income. Well, my econ, when you become a business owner, you have that opportunity to minimize part of them taxes and take advantage of the tax breaks that a lot of companies or big businesses take advantage of. My econ teaches you that. So once you minimize your taxes, right, we done shifted money into your pocket automatically, right? Now we're going to minimize your taxes, right? Then you can take that money that you're shifting, and now you can make that money and use that money to eliminate debt, right? You can use that extra money that you have been coming in instead of paying in taxes. You can use that extra money now to start eliminating your debt. If you have bills, if you have a car payment, you can double up or you can pay a little bit extra on each payment, but it allows you to help eliminate debt, right? And then while you're eliminating that debt, we teach you how to build good credit, right? Build good credit. And then once we teach you how to build a good credit, next we teach you investment strategies, how to invest that extra money that you're having into stocks and bonds, silver and gold, Bitcoin, real estate, whatever that you want to invest in. We teach you how to invest that extra money. So now you can start getting something that we call cash flow. Now with my econ, you can get residual income. It showed the diagram for the first if you refer one person, you automatically get that first $25. But then you can get an extra $8 per month residual income for each person. So that's residual income. Now that's what we call cash flow or passive income. That's income that you get every month that you really don't have to even think about. And I haven't even talked about the products, right, that my econ actually offers to sell. I haven't even talked about the products. My econ, we also sell products that you can make money off of as far as these products that we sell. I haven't even got to that yet, right? But I just wanted to break down these quick first 5 steps that my econ does to help you start income shifting that money. With that being said, I want to give y'all the opportunity, to chime in. I know, Shay, I think you do music or something like that, have a studio. So I guess you may be kind of familiar with having a home-based business and, taking advantage of some of the tax write-offs.
Yeah, definitely. When I started out almost 11 years ago, my first recording studio was in my living room. So yeah, that was at home. Throughout the years, I, kind of branched out and I have commercial space now, but it's the same process, but I'm very familiar with a lot of the processes, especially as far as like registering the business, getting your tax ID and separating your business credit, separating that from your personal credit and establishing business credit, as its own separate entity. So you don't even have to try to rely on your personal credit to make certain moves in the business realm.
Do anybody want to add on? Anybody else want to add on?
Oh, you was kind of on mute for a while, so I just caught on to what you were saying. I didn't hear you.
The only thing I was saying was, do anybody else want to add on? Because I was going to go into a little bit further detail as far as some of the 5 steps that my econ offer. I was going to go further into it, but I wanted to give y'all the opportunity to chime in, add on, take away, ask any questions or anything.
Hey, I would like to add on to the sister's comment about the when you do have a band, what you need to understand. Also, when you're in your own business, see those miles that you travel to the band practice, so you can deduct those miles. Also, buying equipment, you can deduct the when you upgrade your equipment for your business. So there are so many deductions we need to learn to take advantage of in whatever business we are doing.
Yep, I agree.
So let me see. I'm gonna share my screen again, right? Because I like to show and prove, instead of talk all the time. So like right now, I'm into the back office of my econ, right? So what I did was I went to the 5 things, to correct your W-4, your debt elimination calculator, your investment education, your cash flow manager, and your My Credit system. Now, when you, I think the last one I went over to correct your W-4, so I'm gonna pick a different one this time, right? So like, let's say if you were signed up and you already correctly filled out your W-4, right? So now you have already correctly filled out that W-4, and that extra money that you were paying in federal taxes, you have shifted that money. So let's say you wanted to deal with credit, because right now a lot of us have bad credit, right? And when you're dealing with credit, and a lot of times we pay people to fix our credit, right? So what first thing I said, cash is clean. Cash is king was once a powerful statement. But in today's digital world, credit runs the kingdom, right? Credit affects every aspect of life today. Even if you have a great career and boatload of cash, you still need a good credit score, right? My credit system is a credit education system that empowers people to build stellar credit, eliminate their debt, and grow their cash flow, right? So now, with the My Credit system, right? It's videos, family. Now I can play videos, or I can do PowerPoint presentations and talk about it, right? So, what I'm gonna play this one. I said I wasn't, but I'm gonna give y'all a little inside information. I ain't gonna give y'all a lot, but I'm gonna give y'all a little bit, right? So just hear this out.
Welcome to the Smart Money Kit. The Smart Money Kit is an educational training system that empowers people to build credit, eliminate their debt, and grow their cash flow. In our current system, we are offering 750 Credit Plan. 750 Credit Plan is a detailed do-it-yourself credit repair education training. Inside 750 Credit Plan, you will find over 2 hours of credit training. You will learn what financial aspects affect your credit score and how you can enhance your credit utilizing score building techniques. The Smart Money system also offers 750 Monitoring. With 750 Monitoring, you're able to track and monitor changes in your credit. If there are any significant changes or suspicious activity, you are immediately notified. 750 Monitoring offers one of the lowest cost points in the industry for credit monitoring. For only $23.95, you can get 6 months of credit monitoring coverage, or for only $34.95, you can get a full year's worth of credit coverage. In addition, at any time, you can order 1 credit bureau report with scores for the low cost of $4, or all credit bureau reports with 3 scores for the low cost of $8. Many times, people are unaware of derogatory items that show up on their credit report until they actually apply for a loan when it's already too late. 750 monitoring keeps you in the know. Finally, the Smart Money system offers our award-winning income shifting strategy training. Here you will learn how to add more cash flow into your household. Under this system, you will learn how to find extra dollars through 2 strategies: minimizing expenses and W-4 adjustments. These 2 strategies can put hundreds of dollars of positive cash flow back into your pockets. But our income shifting strategy doesn't stop there. Once you have discovered your positive cash flow, we can use that cash flow to rapidly eliminate debt using our debt eliminator calculator, which snowballs your debt down to 0. With positive cash flow and 0 debt, you are then directed to our financial calculator, which will show you just how quickly your money can grow for you and produce assets that can generate passive income for life. The Smart Money Kit is a comprehensive kit that empowers people to build their credit, eliminate their debt, and grow their cash flow. You now have access to that empowerment.
So, like I was saying a little bit earlier, once you join my econ, go ahead, Richard. You want to say something, brother? Go ahead.
Oh man, I wanted to give a real testimony about credit score today, because I've been working on my credit for a minute now, and I didn't have bad credit. I didn't have any credit. So mine was about history. But anyway, I'm in the process of moving, and I had to cut the electricity on in my name. And so they sent me the letter and told me in the letter that they had used my credit score, and because of my credit score, I have to pay a deposit. So I done lost money by not having a good credit score on electric. I mean, they get us at every turn. But as far as what I'm saying, the knowledge I've gained, it lets me recognize those things. And as I work on those things, I won't be subject to these oppressive taxes and fees. So that happened today. I got that letter today, and it's just confirmation that we on the right track.
And also, I've been in my econ for about, I'm on my 2nd month now. So through my first wave of letters that I mailed out, I already got three things taken off my credit report in my first wave of letters that I mailed out. So I just mailed my 2nd wave of letters out, and I'm waiting on them to respond. So like, it's a process. And the good thing is everything that you do is a tax write-off. So when you getting your stamps and you paying for you getting your stamps or getting your letters, or you getting your letters notarized, everything that you're paying, you keep your receipts, because one thing that my econ teaches you is to keep your receipts, and it gives you, I'm gonna share my screen again. I'm gonna share my screen. I think I'm gonna end it after this. I don't think I'm gonna share no more. But one thing my econ does is, let me see, where am I at? All right, let me get out of this. One thing that my econ gives you.
Welcome to the Smart Money Kit.
Oh, let me stop.
The Smart Money.
All right. One thing that my econ gives you as a tool that you can use is your personal accountant, right? And when I say your personal accountant, what I'm saying is, let me move this thing. Where is it at? It gives you something to download on your phone. And when you download this on your phone, it's like your personal accountant, that everything that you do, I'm having a brain fart right now. Everything that you do Here we go. Everything that you do, it does it for you. It keeps everything. You just take a picture of your receipt. You jot down what the receipt for, what the use of it is, and you enter your new income. You enter your new expense. You enter your mileage. It gives you all this. I'm gonna play this. And this is it. So this is the cash flow manager, and it's like having your own personal accountant. And I'm gonna just play this and let y'all listen to it.
Create a new cash flow manager. In this video, you will learn how to download and create a new cash flow manager. Go to your phone's app store and search for MyEcon Cash Flow Manager. Find the Cash Flow Manager app and click Install. Go to the app on the phone and open the app. Log into the app with your email address and MyEcon password. Click the Cash Flow Manager button. If this is your first time setting up your Cash Flow Manager, it will be blank. Click the Create New Cash Flow Manager button to get started. Select the Cash Flow Manager type, Business or Home. The Cash Flow Manager allows you to track business or home expenses. We're going to select Business. Name your Cash Flow Manager and click the Create button. There's no need to add a year to the name because your Cash Flow Manager is designed for you to manage your income and expenses for an unlimited number of years. Click Create. You have now created your new Cash Flow Manager, and you have been taken to the dashboard where you can enter or view your income and expenses, set your Cash Flow Manager preferences, or create a budget.
All right, so that's that. Let me stop sharing. And what it does is the further you go on with the training and the videos, the more it shows you how to do, right? It teaches you more. But the point of it is whenever I go places, you can plug in your GPS and hook it up to your car, wherein it will track the mileage for you. So your mileage go right in there. Whenever you go out to eat, if you pay a bill, you take a receipt, you take a picture of the receipt, and you put it in as a new expense, and you fill it out, and you keep these records. Because you know that a lot of times at the end of the year, if anybody have ever itemized, you know you need to have all these receipts, right? Well, with this, it keeps it for you digitally, so you know to do it every time you spend money. Let me go ahead and put it in. You get what I'm saying? So it's like having your own accountant there year round that's collecting all your information that are tax write-offs. And that's something that I love about it is because and then you can add when you get paid and you make money, you add the new income that you bring in. Because you know you in business for profit, right? You're not in business to lose money, you're in business to make money. So as you make money, you add the for profit or your expenses. And yo, I'm just telling y'all, it is wonderful. It automatically changed my life. As soon as I filled out my W-4, it automatically brought me $80 to $100 every check. I mean, that's what it done for me. So and it is what it is. That's what it done automatically. Soon as I fill my W-4 form out and I gave it to the accountant at my job, the next time I got paid, that money shifted. So now it's just a matter of me now doing the other steps to shift this money to other places or invest it. It's all on how you want to do. You get what I'm saying? So with that, I want to open it up again. I don't want to do all the talking because I know everybody have some information that they can pass on. I'm gonna send it to you right now. All right. But yeah, Richard, can you do some talk, or one of y'all talk for a minute?
Yeah, you know what? I like to give your listeners some real value tonight, right now. I'm on Facebook as well. I'm listening to this session right now, and one of the people on my timeline, he asked a question about where can he get some of this money he's hearing about that all these companies are supposedly donating to these various organizations. And it's a valid question. And the people in the comments, they were also asking that question. So I want to share something with business owners. If you're a small business owner, if you have a nonprofit, see, one of the things of being in our financial learning community is we communicate and we share information as it becomes available that we need to act on. So this is something, like I said, if you're a business owner, if you're a nonprofit, right now, the government has opened up for the second time business loan for small business owners. So you need to go to sba.gov if you are a business owner and take 5 minutes and check into that $10,000 loan. They opened it up for the second time. So it's information like that that you need to be trying to find and get with people that know something about it. So that's some value. I strongly urge business owners and nonprofits to see if you can get a loan, free loan from the government.
Yeah, and the second that, they had a meeting and they grilled them because they had only gave out like $80 million worth of loans, and it's supposed to be like, I forgot how many million, they 200 or 400 million that they supposed to have gave out. They only had gave out like 80 million. So now they're just giving them $10,000 out. So, and that's a benefit of being in my econ, because now you're a home-based business. So if you have a home-based business, you automatically qualify for a small business loan. You automatically qualify for it. And with these small business loans, you don't have to pay the loan back. But I think not only are they giving you the $10,000, they're giving you like advances also. But with the advances, I think you gotta wait for like 30 years before you have to start making payments on it. So right now they are giving money away. I got denied the first go round, and they told me to reapply. So I don't resend my information, something to begin. Maybe they're gonna give it to me the second go round, right? But I see we got two brothers that just came in a little bit. So I want to give y'all the opportunity to introduce yourselves to the family, and and chime in, economic empowerment table, and we discussing economics.
Hey, peace, everyone. This is Master U. I just got in here, so I'm listening, but I think I heard the brothers were talking about the I can't remember the name of the loan.
Business loan. Small
Yeah,
business loan.
yeah. You was right when it first came out. Basically, even now, it's first come, first serve. So the longer you wait, you know what I'm saying, you might not get the money. You know what I mean? So, but even with that said, what they're gonna do is give you a loan. The loan is up to $10,000. It's up to, so you might not get, if I'm not mistaken, you might not get the 10 G's. You get up to 10 G's. And so, or what you can do is get the grant. The grant is different than a loan. So basically, when you go up there to the website and you fill everything out, you got to have your EIN number, whatever it is. You fill out all your information, and what they're gonna do is give you a confirmation number, and what they're gonna do is send you an email when they'll send you an email letting you know that everything has been processed, and then if your email tells you to go create an account, that means you pretty much got approved for the loan. So if you don't want the loan, then once they send an email, don't do nothing else. What they're gonna do is deposit $1,000 in your account. The $1,000 is what's known as an advance, and an advance is initially a grant that you don't got to pay back. Now, if you go sign up and you get the whole loan in and of itself, you have to pay that money back. So basically, it just depended upon, it depended upon you, however you want to do it. For me and myself, I didn't want the loan. I just wanted the money and got to pay back. Give me the $1,000. You get what I'm saying? Just take the, but it's to each his own, whatever it is that you want to do with it. But yeah, so I heard somebody talking about that, so I was just chiming in on it. But I'm gonna listen and I'll chime in when need be.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob Bat family. This it's your brother in the back. I'm just listening in as well. I know the brothers have a lot to share, especially on the financial piece. I'm just here to learn. It's a lot I could take away from that. So I'm just listening, and hopefully I can get something. Actually, what I wanted to speak on was I heard you earlier, Sarah, where you were speaking about the app that you can use to record all your receipts and track your expenses for the deductions and the write-off. So that's definitely something I was interested in.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what's good about that app. You can use it for other businesses besides my econ. At first I thought it was only for my econ, but Robert, because I'm into the silver business also, and Robert was like, you can create something for the silver. So now I'm using it for my silver business also. I'm using that app not just for my econ. I'm using it to track my expenses and other businesses also. And that's what I didn't know. But Robert, he made me be aware that you can use it for other businesses also. So it ain't just for my econ. You can use it basically for any business that you have. You get what I'm saying? So
you said this particular app was like it's included in the subscription price that you're paying with.
Yes. It's included with it.
Hey, Stuart.
Go ahead, Richard.
That app, we do sell that app as a standalone product. The service on it, I believe it's like $8.99 a month, and you can compare that with apps like Intuit and different apps like that. So it's on par with that. But also with that app, and he's correct, you can add multiple business and keep track of multiple businesses with that app. But what's really special about that app, it gives you some tools you can use. You have tools you can track how long your investment will compound over a certain amount of time. It has a feature where you can, like he was talking about, eliminate your debt. It has a calculator. You just put your money in there to put it in the correct order, tell you when you need to pay it off. It actually give you a date when your bills will be paid off if you follow it. It goes so deep. See, a lot of people say, when we say when you want to retire, a lot of people might say, I want to retire at 65. But in my econ, we teach you that it's not an age. In fact, it's a number. What number do you need? And that's the amount of money you need per month coming in to cover your expenses. So with that app, for about $8 a month, you have that kind of tool where you can actually sit up with your wife, put all your money together, and have an actual number with a date when you can retire. But we get you to focus on things like that. And with tools like that, it just helps you make a better decision. So that brother, you can join and get that. But if you're a business owner, we also sell that as a standalone item. But $8, a couple of more bucks, you can get the whole thing, the credit also. I would go for the total package.
Now, Brother Kevin, do you have any questions, or did he leave? I think the brother left. Okay. Something else. I hope Master, you can help me out with compound interest. compound interest loans compared to regular loans. Because I got the book. Shout out to the brother Righteous Allah. You remember, Master, you said he gave you a book to change your life?
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
oh yeah, oh
I
yeah,
think the name of the book is How Money Works.
yeah. Peace to the God. Yep.
Yeah, peace to the guy. He sent me the book. Righteous Allah. Shout out to him. He sent me the book, and I finally read it twice. See, I had already read it once, but I like to go and read it a second time so I can pick up on some things that I didn't pick up on the first time. And when it's dealing with that compound interest loans compared to regular loans, like it's and that 72 rule, it's something that the rule of 72 is something that is very beneficial. And by me being in my econ, this is just like y'all, this is like icing on top of the cake, because my econ is teaching me this, and then with this book, it's like it's just falling right in line with it. But Master, do you want to talk about the difference between compound interest loans and regular loans?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I can add in. It's basically like compound interest, or just like compound or simple interest. The basically, it don't have to be a loan. It could be what you just you putting your money somewhere, like in a savings account, hypothetically, and stuff, kind of compounding. But anyway, basically, simple interest only goes on the original balance. So, say for example, if your original balance is like $2,000, and say if they charging you like a 10% interest on the $2,000, that's a lot of money. So basically, what happens is with that 10% will only be compounded. Well, I'm sorry, the 10% interest is simple interest. So it's only gonna the interest is only being added on to the original balance is $2,000. That makes sense what I'm saying? So like in compound interest, if you had $2,000 and they charging you like 10% of that, which is $200, get what I'm saying? So then what happens is if you don't pay nothing on it, then that bill go to $2,200. And then so now that 10% now gets added on, not to the 2,000, that 10% is going to go to the 2,200. So you have to ask yourself, what's 10% of 2,200? And then that's the new number. So compound interest, the way that it works that way. Simple interest only goes to whatever the original principal balance was, and that's basically the difference, between the two. So I hope that makes sense.
No, you made it perfectly clear. That's exactly what it is, man. And it, what I'm saying, and like what I'm saying, even though I consider myself financially literate, there's still a lot of stuff I don't know. And when I was reading that and I was looking at the difference in amount of money, the illustration in the book wherein, if you put one person start off with $1,500 and on a regular loan, and how much they got by the age 50 compared to somebody in a compound interest loan, you see the difference in it. It's just like mind-boggling to me to see the difference. And what's funny is that when you get loans from the bank, right? Most of the time, if you get a loan from a bank or anything, they charge you 10% interest, 15, 20% interest, right? But when you put your money in that bank account, they only giving you 1% interest, or not even 1%, like 0.50% interest. So it's interesting that the amount of interest they want to pay you on what you put in your bank account compared to when you get the loan from them, how much interest they charging you in return for their money, but yet the interest that they pay you for your money when you sitting in the bank, it's like it's crazy, the way how that works, and how a lot of people really, we just go about it without even really even negotiating with them, or letting them know that you're a little bit financially literate yourself, and you might not do that. You get what I'm saying? You might come up with a different way. like having some money put aside for 6 months, having your
Hey, so
go ahead, brother.
hey, can you I'm on the phone now, but can you go into the office and open that calculator and run some of that math, and they can see what we're talking about, how compound interest works? Can you go do that? Share your screen.
Let me see.
What's set? While you doing that, I'm gonna chime in real quick. So yeah, like as the brother Sat Haru was saying, compound simple interest. The way that banks make their money, so the way that banks
Right.
make their money is they make it off you. So basically, you are a source of income from a bank. So if you go put $1,000 in the bank or $10,000 in the bank, the bank takes that money and loan it out to other people at a high interest rate. So the bank maybe only be giving you 0.05% or point whatever percent on that money. But they take that money and the bank is either going to take that money and invest it into a small business. They're going to take it and loan it out to somebody else on a high interest rate. The bank is going to take that money, go buy stocks with it. So basically what the bank is doing is taking your money to increase their overall wealth. That's what the bank is doing with your with your money. It's all like it's like the mob. It's the mob ties. That's literally what it is. But there are ways that you can beat the bank in a sense. Now I know some people don't believe in saving money, but I do, and I know when you save money, your interest rate is not going to be that good. But I save money just for my other reasons that I explained before. But what you can do again is, for hypothetically speaking, is having yourself a credit card. For example, a bank gives you a credit card. The credit card may have like 14% or whatever percent that they have. The way to beat that is to pay it off before that loan, before the end of that loan. So if you use a credit card, they say, okay, cool, I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay this credit card off. Say you got $5,000 up there, and you go charge something that's $300. You have 30 days, or whenever that due date is, to pay that $300 off. You pay the $300 off. What happens is they're not charging you that high interest rate because you paid it off. What they want you to do is to be late or to pay the minimum amount. So if you go ahead if you go ahead on and knock off whatever your balance is, the quicker you do that, then they can't charge you that amount of interest. On top of that, what you're doing is building your credit score. Something else that you can do, and I have to give credit to this, it's a cat named Wall Street Trapper. You can follow him on Instagram. This is a really good brother. I've been like following him for a while, and he drops a lot of jewels. If you're on Instagram or YouTube, follow this brother named Wall Street Trapper. I've never met him in my life, but he gives a lot of great information. And he put me on a game with something. Any bank that you're using to put money in, what you should do is go buy stocks in that bank. Go buy stocks in that bank. Most banks that I know, what the banks do is they'll pay you every share that you own, they'll pay you a dividend. So for example, like I bank, one of the banks I use is like Ally Bank, spelled ALLY. Ally Bank will pay you 76 cents per share per year. And so some of you may be saying, well, I'm not gonna go and buy a share of Ally for no 67 cents for an entire year. But see, that's small thinking. What you want to do is basically grow the amount of money that you have. So if I know I got money at Ally Bank and I'm not getting a lot of interest off of them with my money in that bank, if I go buy stocks from that bank, that means every share that I own, they will give me 76 cents per year for every share that I own. Now over every quarter, that's 19 cents. So then, and I think right now Ally Bank is going for like $19.39, 38 cents, 40 cents, something like that. That's how much they're going for. So instead of going and taking that money and going out to eat that you may spend at the end of every week, so you spend $20, take that and go buy you a share of Ally Bank. And so then you say, okay, cool. Now that one share is 6 cents. Next week, go do the exact same thing. And before you know it, you may have 15, 20, 30, 40 shares. And by doing that, you have already, in a sense, you're investing more money in the bank, but also now the bank is giving you more money. They're giving you money because you're investing in them. Makes sense what I'm saying? You bank do PNC. PNC is a little bit more expensive. PNC is like $100, $109. They pay you $4.60 per share. Wells Fargo is a horrible bank. I would never bank with them. But Wells Fargo pays $2.04 $2.04, if I'm not mistaken, here. That's 51 per quarter that they will give you. So and at the stock is like $28. Again, imagine instead of taking $2 a month and doing whatever, take and buy the stock. And some people may say, well, Master, like, I don't believe in banks are gonna go bank, et cetera, et cetera. Trust me, these banks ain't going nowhere. These banks have been around longer than you and I, and trust me, there's too many millions of dollars or billions of dollars tied up in these banks. These banks are not going nowhere. So that's a little bit of advice. Somebody I got from the cat name, again, Wall Street Trapper. You can follow him on Instagram. Just type in Wall Street Trapper. Again, I never met this guy before, but this brother out of Louisiana, I can't take the credit for basically 80% of what I said, because I got it for him, a while back. But he put me onto that game. So that's just some advice you all can use to kind of help to beat the banks. Because if you go the simple route, with just putting your money inside the bank, then based on inflation and stuff, you really ain't making no money. The bank making all this money off you, and you're not making no money off the bank. So basically what you need to do is understand how all this stuff works. Just understand how it works and make your money work for you. But anyway, that's my piece.
Well, yeah, hold on real fast. Let me call you right back. I'm in the middle of something. Hey, all right, so I'm gonna share my screen real fast. Hold up. I see we have somebody that's came in. The Oracle. That's what I'm gonna I can't even get the first name out right now. I'm not even gonna try. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Greetings.
Greetings, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear, Queen.
Okay, the name is Anactat.
Bless.
Brother, like, yeah. It's real long. It's Anactat Mesut Reye. It means one who embraces the heavens. So I didn't get a chance to hear what the brother said prior to, because I just chimed in, but he's right on point in terms of the banks. I just received a large lump sum of money to deposit only because of the death of a family member. And you really have to look into what you're putting in the bank. Does anybody know the percentage of what they use of your money when you make a deposit, and it doesn't matter how much it is?
I think what do you mean, the percentage that they invest? The banks invest? I think it's 90%, or I don't know. I don't know. I think if you put $100, they can. I know they can print money off. I don't know.
They can use if you put $100 in the bank, they can use 70% of what you place in the bank. And I subscribe to this sister called, she's called the Budgetista, and she gave some really good points in terms of when you're looking for banks to deposit your money in, you want to look for banks that have high yield in interest. Something over 7% and higher. I have a lot more information, and I apologize. I could have really helped the people on with this information, but I just got home and I don't have all this information in front of me right now. But you really want to do your due diligence in terms of looking at banks that have high yield interest when they use your money, meaning the high yield interest to pay you for using it. It's very important. Don't just go in and open up a savings or a checking account, without looking at, okay, how is this money going to work for me in the long run?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I know the president has, matter of fact, I'll pull it up. But let me share my screen because I wanted to give an illustration of the difference in the compound interest. So can y'all see this?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're saying, if we do $100 monthly investment on your interest rate, let's say it's at 9%, and you do it for 10 years, right? You can calculate to see how much, in the 10 years at a 9% interest rate, it'll be worth $19,351.41. So if you take that same $100 investment and put it in at a 50% interest rate, or what the bank's giving you right now, I think the money market savings account is at 80. It's 0.80 or 0.75 now. For that same 10 years, you'll see that it's at hold up. Is that point? Yeah, it's at $12,457.42. So you can see the big difference. Then when it's dealing with the interest rates, for the amount of years when you're saving money. So compound interest is very important, especially when you're not getting that same compounded monthly interest. I need to specify that because it's a difference when it's compounded monthly or if it's yearly. You want it compounded monthly, but that's just something to look at, family, and so it's just something to be aware of. But I know that go ahead, sister, because I want to.
Brother, can I also chime in on something? I also wanted to share this with us. We often say that, well, I don't have no money for this, and I don't have no money for that, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And do you know that if you do a monthly, I'm sitting here looking at my monthly budget, and based on what I take in, and based on what I put out, is roughly about $2,400 a month. But when I did a budget, it was very eye-opening to see how much money I'm kicking out every month and not paying attention. Because yes, we have and the reason why I'm stressing a budget is if you make yourself a budget and at least try and stick to it for 90 days, you will see how much money that you can save to either invest or put it in a money market account or whatever you want to do with it. Take a trip, take a vacation. We're talking about finance here. So if you do a budget, and I don't mean a budget based on your rent, your car note, your car insurance. We know that's automatic. Those are automatic bills that are going to have to be, that are called rotating, and they come out every month. But do we factor in the credit card we got? Yeah, that's a rotating debt out. But do we factor in the cell bill that we pay, the groceries? Do we budget for our groceries, or do we just go to the store and say, I want this, that, and the other? And then you done ran up a $200 bill knowing that you got another $60 you got to pay on something else. Do we factor in hair maintenance? And brothers, this goes for you too, because y'all go to the barbershop and you get your beards done now. I see a lot of brothers in the nail shops. Yeah. Do we factor in laundry? If you don't have a washer and dryer in your home, if you're going to the laundromat like me, I'm cheap. I didn't want to buy a washer and dryer. So I budget $30 to do my laundry every month. And this is by the month. Did you budget your gas? How much are you spending gas per month? You just go to the pump it up with whatever you have in your wallet. We need to start looking at our finances a little bit more with a fine-tooth comb than we've been doing. Ladies, you like them nails. How much we spending for lunch? What do we budget that money for lunch? And when I'm talking about budgeting, I'm talking about you have your rotating bills, your car note, your insurance, this, that, and the other. That's automatic bills that's gonna come out of your check every 2 weeks if you get paid every 2 weeks, once a month if you get paid a month. So you need to budget for that. Okay, XYZ amount of dollars are going to go in the bank for that. Then you have your cash bills, which is your cell bill, your car maintenance, your food, your nails, your laundry, your hair. And you need to take your checks twice a month based on what you get or an estimate and budget. And you'll see how much money you can put away to the side without just spending just off the cuff. That's why the Black community keeps saying, oh, we don't have no money. We lying, because we 1.9 billion in the red, green, black, whichever way they want to say it. We got paper, but we're just not spending wisely. So no, we can't make those big investments. And we're going to have to start budgeting. You're going to have to start budgeting to make your life a little bit easier, especially with those that are shut in, that have lost their job. You want a budget now. If you getting $600 every week from unemployment, please believe me, that's not going to last. If you don't take some of that money and put that money away, I don't care if it's $50 every time you get a check. Start saving, because it's easy. We just lazy and don't want to. I'm done.
Hey, Sack, you about to say something or not? I'm gonna piggyback
Go
off.
ahead, go ahead, brother.
Sister, what's your name again? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Anactet.
Anactet. So, yeah, this is Master you. Sister saying a lot of great things, man. We know we've had these roundtables before, and I am by no means a financial expert, but I read a lot, and everything she's saying is true. Like, sometimes people will sell you on like all these budgeting softwares, which you can get if you want, but literally you can go to Excel and put your own formulas in, everything. You can save that money, put your stuff in Excel. Matter of fact, Excel already, if you go to Excel, they will give you a budget. All you got to do is just change what they have in there and type in. But Excel has it for hair, for groceries, for gas, insurance. All you got to do, you can put in your projected income, your actual income. It'll tell you the difference, how much money you have left over. But in doing like the sister said, like, you literally know where all your money is going every month. You can say, okay, cool. You know what? I'm spending too much money on X, and instead of doing this month, let me do this so I can save an extra $50 or what have you. But also what the sister was saying, just about putting some money aside or saving. Sometimes we say we don't have money, but think about you could take $3 a day. So I'm gonna save $3 a day. I'm gonna go to my budget. I'm gonna make it a mission to save. Give yourself a goal. I'm gonna save $3 a day. And at the end of the week, that's $21. You may say, man, that somebody may judge you and say, well, $21 ain't nothing. Don't listen to what nobody say. You have your own vision for your family. You know what you see in the future. But then that next month, that's $21 for that week. But then you multiply that by 4, and by the end of the month, what's that? What, $84 by the end of the month? And you say, okay, in the span of 2 months, you done saved $168. Make sense what I'm saying? Like you keep doing that, and all you're doing is saving $3 a day. All I'm doing is saving $3 a day, and doing little stuff like that. You will be surprised. Like, man, I can't believe my money is growing. It's like it's literally compounding. Your money is compounding over and over and over and over again. Imagine that money you saving that like that, over the span of a year. And then say you may say, okay, cool. I'm gonna, instead of saving $3 this month, $3 a day this month, I may try $5 the next month. Little things like that, you'll be surprised what you can do. And then Sarah really talked about the compound interest loans and the simple interest loan. Again, I'm gonna go back to the stock market, because you can use the stock market and use it as compound interest on your stocks. And you may say, well, what do you mean, Master? So you buy a stock that pays you a dividend. Basically, all the dividend is when you own a share of a company, that company will pay you money for owning a share of that company. You know what I'm saying? So the company can either take that money and reinvest it back into the company, or they can take a portion of that money and give it to their shareholders. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I was talking about with the banks, what you could do is take that money and reinvest that money back to buy more stocks. Makes sense what I'm saying? So then you own one share of highlighted was 19 cents. You know what I'm saying? You can say, well, reinvest my 19 cents. And so you may have 1.03, whatever. But after a while, over compounding, and you keep buying more and more shares, what end up happening is you may end up making $40 a quarter. You get what I'm saying? Off of this one share. That's a quarter. And so then every quarter that you reinvest the money, you're literally the company is buying 2 more shares for you every quarter.
Yeah.
Right.
Money,
and that's
what I'm saying?
Called a drip.
That's right. Drips. Right. That's right. Reinvesting back. That's absolutely. What the dividend reinvestment.
Hey, can I chime in on that, sister, real quick?
Add on, man. Add on, please.
Cause it's leaving quick. But the sister was talking about, and she's exactly right. We need to set up a budget so that we can see that we are losing money. But she made a really important point about not having enough money to invest. See, we got to understand there is a roadmap to investing. Before we can invest, yes, we got to have the money. But before we can invest, we need to know the terminology like drip so that we can maximize the money that we are putting in there. But when you set that budget and you learn to eliminate that debt, depending on, like she was talking about, credit cards, that $200, whatever minimum you putting on that credit card, once you pay that credit card off and you don't have that 200 no more, then you use that money, that 200, to invest. So you have to eliminate that debt through using that budget, but it's all about having a blueprint, a plan to getting to the end of the road, which is those investments paying us those dividends for doing nothing.
Exactly.
But it's a process, and we all can do it. And I love how that sister came in with that energy, and I hope we can talk further because she's absolutely right. What we try to show you is, as Stuart mentioned earlier, the first thing we do is the W-4. That gets you that $200 a month so that you can eliminate your debt. We didn't tell you to set a budget, but yes, you need to create a budget so you know where your money is going. And like she said, your cell phone, your internet. When you're in business, you get to write off your internet, your cell phone, your mileage in your car. See, you steady miss all those other little tax pieces chasing after the tail. But if you get those little pieces, that money on your job, sharing the information with somebody, get that going, eliminating your debt, making sure you're paying your credit card on time so when you do get your electric company, they not charging you a deposit. Now that deposit, you got to pay them. Instead of you paying them that deposit, you spent that $200 in some little Avis stock that went low because of coronavirus, and it's done went back up.
Exactly.
Because you had the money.
And let me also say, you know, if anyone on this line has done any home repairs within the last 3 months, take those receipts that you went to the store with and whatever supplies you bought. Did you know that you could write that off on your taxes? It's called itemizing, and it's tedious, but it's worth it in the long run. You know, I'm challenging everybody on this line to do a budget. You really need to look at what you're doing because, and here's the strategy. Take just a blank piece of paper and write down all your bills for the month. Those are rotating accounts. They're going to come out regardless. You have no control over that. But what you do have control over is the gas you spend. If you're going to the liquor store, whatever you're spending at the liquor store, hair maintenance, any type of cash, things that you could pay out in cash, pay those out in cash. Don't use your debit card. Pay those in cash because that way you're going to see where your money is going when you do this budget. Just take a sheet of paper and for this whole week, write out everything that you spend. If you went to the store, if you pay for gas, if you got your hair done, your nails done, your toes done, if you bought dog food, whatever you spending money on, put that down in another column outside of your rotating bills. Now, take your check, total those up together. Take your check and minus all of what you, say for instance, okay, let me give you an example. I totaled everything that I spend in my rotating bills, including things that I pay out, like if I buy a movie online, something like that. And I totaled that up. Then I totaled my rotating bills. I put those two totals together and I'm like, whoa, I'm spending out a lot of money. I took my check amounts. I totaled those up per the month, not the week, but per the month. And what I saw, what I kicked out, as opposed to what I took in, I was in the minus. Now, mind you, I own property outside of Atlanta, so I allocated that in and I was like, oh, okay, I could save XYZ amount of money. And so what I did, the monies that you do, if you can save out of what, say for instance, what your check allows you to kick out minus your debts. If you have any monies left and you have a credit card, let me give you the strategies on credit card. A credit card company is a automated business. There's nobody there taking your payments per se. Your payments go into the credit bureau, the credit account. They run it through a machine and it allocates whatever you paid. Your score is kind of based on that. So say, for instance, this is how you trick the system to boost your score. If you have a $500, I'll just use this as an example. If you have a $500 credit card and it is maxed out, okay, and your bill runs every 18th of the month, pay that bill on the 15th and pay it in half. Say, for instance, if your bill is $55, take half of that $55, pay it on the 15th. Take the other $15 or whatever amount, $20, and pay it on the day that it's due. Watch your score jump points because you're dealing with an automated electronic system. There is nobody there punching numbers for you. In about 90 days, I pay my bill on time, but I split my payments up. I paid it 2 days before and I paid it on the due date, and I paid maybe $5 more. My score jumped 4 points by the next cycle. Always look at when your cycle is due. Like, say, for instance, my cycle for the ending cycle of my credit account is due on the 22nd. Look at your statements. Find out when that date is due. You must pay at least the minimum plus $5 more before that cycle. Your credit score will jump at least 4 points. We didn't know that. I had to find it out the hard way. And try.
Can I chime in?
Yes, sir.
Because you're absolutely right. And as I said earlier, that I'm working on my credit. And my problem was that I didn't have credit. I had 5 children. I've been married 30 years, so I've been paying cash everything. So I'm working on my credit, and I found a way to raise my credit score through this company. And I started last month, and they gave me the results was 16 points. So you telling me 4 points for what you did. I saw 16 for this. So it's like confirmation for them. I'm so glad I jumped on this call and I got some outside input on what's going on with me. And you're absolutely right. But I really want to thank you for that, because everybody is different. And that's what I was telling Stuart. Because he is able to attack and write the letters, he's going through that process. He can show somebody how to do that. I'm not able to show somebody that I know what to do, but I haven't done it myself because I didn't need to do that. What I needed to do was to get history, and that's 35%. And I understand what the sister was talking about, credit utilization. But all of these strategies and techniques have a place in a vocabulary, and we better get in control of it and learn how to use it to its best. Because, man, I'm telling Stuart right now, man, I do not want to go back and do what I was doing a year ago. So I'm trying to take advantage of this time, putting my pieces together, and like the sister, working on my budget also, so working on my score. And man, I'm feeling really positive about this energy I'm getting from you guys.
Something that I was listening to when y'all was speaking, I sum all that up as income shifting. Everything. I sum it all up as income shifting. But something about credit utilization, I wanted to share my screen. And I'm not going to play this video though, but just to let y'all see with my econ, it teaches you how to lower your credit utilization, right? Credit utilization makes up nearly a third, 30% of your credit score. So it helps to focus on this area. In basic terms, the credit utilization is the amount of credit you have available versus how much you're actually using. Exactly. The lower your credit utilization, the better. In this module, we will discuss strategies that may possibly lower your credit utilization. Credit limit increase on credit cards. So that's something that you can do. If you can get a increase on your limit of the if you can get an increase on the total amount for your credit card, then that kind of like helps you as far as with your credit utilization if you don't spend no more. If you just get the increase, but don't increase your spending. All right. New lines of credit, becoming an authorized user, income shifting. And right, some of these strategies may not be reasonable if you already have bad credit. The best strategy on this list is the income shifting strategy. It's a strategy that anyone can apply no matter how terrible your credit is, right? And you know, it's a video. So like that's what I love about my econ, man. Like it's like once you get this, like, everybody likes to learn, right? And so it teaches you how to do all this stuff. And I love information, so I'm an information junkie. So it teaches you how to reduce credit card debt with income shift, everything. And your credit score is sliced up like a pie, right? So now your credit utilization is 30%. You have what's them hard inquiries and soft inquiries. That's I think around 10%. Then you have your payment history. I was trying to pull the pie up to break it all the way down to let you see the exact percentage of everything dealing with your credit. But I ain't found it. But y'all so right, man. So this is what we need in the Black community is financial literacy and learning some tips and strategies that other people have already employed to make their credit score better. One thing I was always told that if you have $1,000 credit limit, that you don't want to spend no more than $300. You don't want to go over $300.
Don't spend more than 30%.
Yeah, don't spend more than 30%, and that let the credit agencies also know that you are a little savvy with credit. It let them know that you know a little bit about credit, and that helps also. So these are things that we have to employ, and one thing I like to do is invest that money in hard assets. I'm a big believer in transferring fiat currency, but that's what it is. It's a transfer of currency into like gold or silver or land or real estate. You want to transfer that wealth into hard assets. And if you're lucky, you get your trust get your trust set up. So you don't have to really pay no taxes on it. Get you a trust in the LLC. And if you know how to work the trust with your LLC, then you can have it so you don't own nothing, but you run the trust. So that means it's not in your name, it's in the trust name, but you own it. So that means you run the trust. So you make all the decisions for the trust, but everything that you own is in the trust name, so it's not in your name, so you don't pay taxes on it. That's the hustle. That's the biggest hustle, and that's how you have these billionaires that don't pay taxes because they don't own nothing. They have trusts and LLCs and companies that everything is in their names, but they run the LLC or they run the trust. They're in charge of the trust. So therefore, that's why they don't pay taxes. So when a lot of people be saying we're going to raise taxes and they're going to tax the rich, for the longest, I was under that same assumption that you're going to tax the rich. But after you start learning a little bit about finances and taxes, you understand that they don't own nothing, so you can't tax them because they don't own it.
It's almost like having a business account where everything comes out of that business account. My husband and I, we own a painting company. That painting company is under an LLC. None of that money, none of what we spend comes out of our personal income. It comes straight out of that LLC where we're not taxed every year. You're right. It's the greatest hustle that's ever been hustled, because when we want to buy, say for instance, we want to buy a car, we go through the LLC. We don't go through our personal income. We write that car off or whatever we're spending out of that LLC, and that way we don't pay taxes. We're not hit every year with a tax a debt, if you will. So that is a good strategy. And another thing I want to share with the community is this. Look into buying, and we talked about real estate very briefly. Look into buying house liens. That is one of the greatest things that I ever could have done for myself, was look into buying tax liens. Did you know that around Atlanta, there's so many homes here that are, how can I say it? They are 100% free and clear. You can buy a house here. I live in Atlanta, so you could buy a house here in Atlanta or buy the tax lien. Say for instance, the neighbor next door didn't pay their taxes. Their taxes could be, maybe, I'll just throw a number out there, $500. If you pay the taxes on their house and they don't claim that, they don't pay those taxes back within 30 days, you own that house outright.
Yep. And I don't want to cut you off, cut your wisdom, Queen. But earlier today, I was watching a video with someone talking about tax liens, and it's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win-win, brother.
Like,
Oh, it's a win-win.
Even if the person pay off the tax lien, you still make money
because they gotta pay you back.
Yeah, so you still get a return in your investment.
Indeed.
And if they don't pay it off, you get the property. So, like, I was watching a brother talking about that today, and I hate to say it, this is my fault that I slept on the brother. It's actually Brother Polite. I don't know if y'all know him in the conscious community or not, but this is my fault that I slept on the brother, because I've been following the brother for a long time. Some of the information I have been using a long time. Like, some of the information I have, but like some of the stuff I stayed away from. And I was listening to him about them tax liens today, and I was like, you idiot. I would call myself idiot, because like, I've been hearing about this 5-6 years ago from this brother, but I never went with it, you know what I'm saying? And I sat back, I was saying to myself that that's what I'm about to start doing. Tax liens, and the thing about Brother Polite, how he had to set it up is his tax liens is owned through his LLC. So yes. and then you have this trust involved also. And it's crazy, yo. Like, yeah, I was just watching today, and that's just interesting you brought up tax lien though, because I watched him today and he was talking about the tax liens and how even if they do pay it off, you get interest on your money. So what he do is he say he buy the tax lien of the houses that he really want. Like, at the end of the day, he really want the property. But if they do pay off the taxes, he get a percentage. So he's still flipping his money, and if they don't, he get the property. And it was like, yo, that's the best of both worlds.
And here's the rub on that. Look for tax liens look for homes that are paid free and clear, because you don't want to have a home that doesn't have 100% equity paid. It's kind of, how can I say it? You won't get the return you're looking for. You want to look for homes that are 100% equity paid, free and clear. You pay the tax on the home. If the person who owns the home does not go in and claim the home by repaying back the taxes, you own that home outright. If they do pay it, you get, I think it's like 30% plus the money that you paid. So people, you wanna look into tax liens. It's a very lucrative business to look into tax liens. I'm telling you, the best thing I ever could have thought of to do for my family and myself. it's worth it. But I'm gonna have to sign off. I thank you, family, for letting me on. This was really, really good. But I'm challenging everybody. Please, 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 if you don't do nothing for yourself while we in this COVID-19 lockdown, whatever they want to call it, do a budget. Write down every little thing that you pay out every day you go this week. Whatever it is, write it on a sheet of paper. Total up what your income is minus what you pay out, and see just how much. First of all, see just how much you're spending out. Number two, see how much you save if you cut some of those things off. You want to make sure that whatever your budget is, if you could pay most of what you're spending out in cash, that's a plus. You're going to look at what you can save, because you're going to be like, "Ooh, I don't want to buy that. Ooh, I don't want to spend that. Ooh, I'm going to cut this off. I cut off cable. I got Hulu and whatever that other thing, Netflix, if I want to see movies. So I really don't spend a whole lot out. That's how I'm able to pay off my credit cards. That's how I'm able to keep my debt ratio low and manage the credit that I do have. So family, please look into doing yourself a budget. You will be doing yourself the greatest favor ever.
And sister, before you go, where can we find you? Before you go, where can we find you at?
I'm on Facebook at Erin, Erin Muhammad. I'm on Instagram at Anactat the Oracle, and that's about it, because I try to stay off social media. I don't do too much anything else. My email address, if you want to hit me up, is Erin, ERRIN MUHAMMAD @Yahoo. If you hit me up, I'll send you some of the tips that I use to get my credit right, to do some tax liens, to open up, a small business for yourself. If you have a skill, any kind of skill, look at that skill and see how you can make that skill a business for yourself. I don't care what it is. I have a small business where I create shampoo from black soap. And
you said Erin B. Muhammad?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Okay. Oh, B. Muhammad. Okay, I got you. I'm sending you a friend request.
But yeah, any kind of small thing that you do, if I also do, marketing on the side. I could take a product and I can market it and make it whatever it is that you want it to be. I don't have I have a BS degree, and I just took what I know, what I've learned over the years, and made it into some small little business for myself and my family. I don't have a great return, but I have enough to cover my expenses. So family, do yourself a favor, look into your budget, look around and see what you are great at, and turn it into some small business for yourself. I know everybody on here can do something exceptional. So whatever that exceptional thing is, make it into a business for yourself.
Can I share one with the Queen to look
Yes,
into?
sir.
One thing we show people in my econ, and I want you to look into it. And you can Google IRS, hire your children. So we teach you how to hire. We teach you how to hire your children in your business, because you're going to spend money on your business. You're going to put them in soccer. You're going to be buying them their little outfits and sending them to summer camp. But once again, we can make it hard or we can make it simple. And it's just so much simpler when you follow, my brother was saying, a proven plan. And like you said, sister, oftentimes we struggle in these businesses. And what I try to tell people, when you learn how to minimize your taxes, it makes those profits in your business greater.
Exactly.
When you get all your money on your job, it makes those hustles greater, especially when you learn that your business card for whatever hustle you're doing, you're going to get that back in a couple of months. The advertising, the marketing, the driving to the taking your child certain place, handing out a car. But once you make this habit a culture for you, you can really maximize your opportunities that's available.
Exactly.
Well, Queen, I wanted Neb wanted me to tell you thank you for showing. Yeah, he the one that invited you on. He wanted me to let you know that he appreciated you for coming up here, and you are always welcome. We do this every Monday. Every Monday, you know, we talk about economics. We trying to, you know, we call it economic roundtable empowerment, where we just talk about economics to the community, and we trying to, you know, make sure that our family get financially literate so we can take advantage of this COVID, because COVID is gonna have it so the economy is changing. I don't know if y'all do stocks, but if y'all don't think that the movie theater is gonna come back, I'm banking they coming back. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So you know, AMC stocks right now very low. This a hint, wink, wink. Like AMC stocks are very low right now, and if you don't think that the movie theaters are gonna come back or the hotels, if you don't think they're gonna come back, then stay away. But if you think that they're gonna come back, you might want to get in. Can you imagine some people that brought into shale when the oil went -30? Do y'all know how much? Do y'all know how low the oil stocks got?
Right.
When they had that war going on, that trade war a couple months ago. Just think about it. Look it up. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Look it up. See how low the stocks went. And you know, right now they trade around $30-some a barrel, but it was negative something. So hey, I mean, these are just things that you can do yourself. And you know, but like the Queen, it's about time to sign off because we have been up here beyond the time, but it was a great conversation. I appreciate everybody that showed up, everybody that dropped some wisdom. And, you know, I just want to give everybody opportunity to close out, tell people where they can find you. I know the Queen already done it. You know, let everybody know where they can find you. And, you know, we're going to move forward. And we glad, I'm going to just close out now and I'll let one of y'all end the show. I'm glad that y'all actually watched it. If you watched it live, if you watched the playback, you know, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, give us you can critique us, you can tell us what's good, what's bad. You know, I don't mind constructive criticism, you know, and we just trying to grow. So I appreciate y'all, and you know, like I always be saying, don't work for money, let your money work for you. And the best investment that you will ever make is investing in yourself.
Well, I will say this as I sign off. Power is not in the money. Power is in wisdom. It's in knowledge. Always look for the knowledge of everything. It has nothing to do with our money more than it does what we know. Not what we think we know, but what we know. So have a great evening, brothers.
All right, peace, Queen.
Right back.
Peace.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, this master, you man, everybody had something great to say. Only thing I would say is I feel like is very, very significant and important is you have to have a plan no matter what you're doing. If you can iron out a plan, you know exactly what trajectory that you want to take. Without a plan, you might be freestyling, and freestyling can only get you but so far. So figure out whatever plan it is that you want to make, and once you have that plan down on paper, then you know you can begin to create the correct avenue or avenues to accomplish, you know, everything you need to do in order to accomplish the goals that you have, you know, set before yourself. So that's my piece.
Yeah, hey, this is Richard coming out of Arkansas. I just wanted to tell you I had a fantastic evening. I learned a lot. And the most important thing is, even in your personal relationships, we need to understand it's going to require communications, because we all over the country. We all got a different view of what's going on in our communities. But at the end of the day, in my humble opinion, man, it boils down to some economics. And if none of these groups can give me an economic plan that I can sit down and read, I don't care if it's Young Pharaoh, NOI, Brother Polite, whoever it is, let me read the economic agenda that you have in place for us so that we can all fall in line and do something amazing. And I'm just saying, me, myself, with my econ, it has given me a plan that I've been using since 2017 to weather this storm. And I welcome the opportunity to share some of my insight with you guys. I really do appreciate it. It sharpens.